Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Horror Debate. I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff.
And this week we are reviewing 2001 Maniacs, directed by Tim Sullivan, starring our very own Freddy Krueger.
Robert Englund.
Yes.
A very interesting film.
Is that what you'd call it?
I would call it an interesting film.
Well,
howdy, y'all.
It's my fault, Mike.
It is his fault.
It's my fault.
It's all your fault.
It's my fault. I'm flipping through the channels. I get to this movie on Showtime HD or something like that. It was like Showtime or HBO HD, one of these. And I catch it about halfway through, right when one of these like, so what I call the so wrong kills.
So wrong.
Because some of them were pretty wrong, okay? When one of those happened, so it caught my attention, and I watched like the last half of the flick. And I guess if you watch the last half of the flick, you've had a couple of beers or something, it might seem entertaining to you. Such as it did me.
Yeah, I recall. Dude, we have to see this film.
Then we put it in and we watched the whole thing.
From the beginning.
And I'm kicking myself every 5 minutes going, what did I see in this film? I don't get it. I mean, I obviously saw something. I mean, the kills were still kind of cool.
Yeah.
But in the
what were you drinking?
The cast were kind of cool.
What were you drinking that night?
If I had to guess, it was something strong. Something mind-altering, something movie-altering, actually.
Movie-altering.
Drop the plot on us, man.
Well, the plot of this are a bunch of kids from some unknown college in the East decide they want to go down to Florida for spring break, and of course they take a wrong turn detour, and they end up in Pleasant Valley, Florida.
Well, wrong turn was actually good. We can't say wrong turn.
They take a shortcut and ends up in this nice old southern town that still thinks it's in the middle of the Civil War. They've got the Confederate flags everywhere, and howdy, y'all. We're having a big old festival, and you're a guest of honor.
I think I had a dream like this once, maybe after a keg party or something. I don't remember the exact situation, but I honestly felt my IQ falling as the movie progressed. It was draining me.
This film is kind of reminiscent of Santa's Sleigh. It's one of those films that they really don't take themselves seriously.
No.
They must have had a lot of fun filming
and it was meant to get laughs. There were a few decent parts, okay? But, again, and we've said this, or I've said this, I should say, in other reviews, that, getting hit with the stupid stick sometimes just doesn't equal a good horror movie. This movie wasn't. It was about the shock. Okay, obviously.
Some of the kill scenes were pretty good.
They were, and I'll give that to it.
Pretty shocking.
They were original. I'll give it that. And the girls were pretty good looking.
Yes,
in this
the
movie.
girls were very nice looking.
So the casting director obviously had a good eye. But, as soon as I saw the mother from Detroit Rock City.
Lynn Shay.
As soon as I saw her.
She was also in, what was that movie we just saw? Dead End or Wrong Turn? No, Dead End.
Dead End.
That's right. She was in that, and she was in Detroit Rock City. She was also the mom in, what was it? Was it Kingpin? Or
You got me. You got me. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Because
Kingpin with Woody Harrelson, that's right.
But it doesn't matter, man. This movie is bad on so many levels, but in some ways, it's a little endearing, I guess. I mean, I can see where I was probably entertained, the first time through, but I didn't really get the story because, like I said, I was kind of coming in halfway.
Well, but I mean, come on, how much of a story is it? Teenagers in a hick town and find out the whole town's against them.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that once I figured out the story, it made it worse. I just wanted to see the kills and get on with it,
At least it delivered.
Unfortunately, Robert Englund really grated on me in this flick, man. He was like, he's being just, goofy and stupid and...
Well, he's the mayor of the town, and howdy, y'all. It's just so good to see y'all here.
Oh, man. Like I said, man, the IQ was falling like raindrops, dude. I couldn't stop it. I kept looking over at you like, dude, are you falling asleep yet, man? Because this is not good. But, I could probably see where somebody late night, after a couple beers, would probably find this entertaining and might even laugh a little.
Oh, I had a few laughs.
Yeah, there were a few. I can't get excited about stupid horror.
I've noticed that about you.
I cannot get excited about stupid horror. I mean, it just grated on me from the minute we turned it on, and unfortunately, this was my pick.
Yeah. Along with some of the others that really grate on you too. I've noticed.
Well, you know,
you pick 'em, dude. We got to watch this.
I try.
Yeah.
I try.
Hey,
you know,
try.
I look at something that maybe is a little bit different. That's got some decent blood. You know, some decent kills, and this kind of delivered on that. But it certainly was different.
Yeah, it was.
Don't get me wrong. And people on the internet, they're loving this thing.
Yeah.
Some of the statements they're making, like, oh, it was witty, it was humorous, oh, it was so
It
funny.
had some. Yeah,
it had some, but you know, that's not what I'm here for. If I want my comedy, I'll start the comedydebate.com. Okay, I don't want that. I want, you know, like a horror movie, and this movie did not deliver really. I mean, there was a couple shocks. Like I said, that the so wrong kills that you know, you're looking at it going, oh, that's just so wrong.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I mean, this is totally.
Well, okay. For example, what he means by comedy in this. One of the main characters in this film, he's always running from one side of the screen to the left, chasing a sheep. You know, come here, Lulu Bell, come
with
here.
With his pants around his ankles.
Yeah, with his pants around his ankles. So,
now,
you know, so I can see where the Rowdy one's coming from.
Oh, just end it, Mike.
All right, how many stars, Jeff?
Be merciful here. This is totally and completely a 1-star flick.
Yeah.
Okay, and the only reason it's getting a star. That blonde chick was pretty cute.
Okay, you're coming around to my way of thinking.
But the chick that got quartered wasn't bad either.
I'm sorry. Another thing, people, when you're going to do a very creative kill scene, you have to remember logic. When you're going to quarter, and I know this because I saw a Christopher Lee film last week where he was drawn and quartered. If you're going to draw and quarter someone, that means, you know, have a rope around it, one rope on one hand, one rope on the other, one on each leg, and you have them on 4 horses. You have to make all 4 horses run the opposite directions at the same time.
Didn't you notice how, like, one limb would come off?
Yeah, one would come off, and then they would say, now you can go, and whap, the other one, and the other limb popped off. And I'm going, wait a second, she would be dragged in one direction. And not only that, these horse guys were holding the ropes in their hands. You're supposed to tie the rope around the little thing that pops up on the saddle.
I can tell you practice this. So, you know, this is something you think
about.
This
is what I learned from the movies.
I know.
See?
I know.
The movies are wonderful.
This movie is so bad on so many different levels, man. It doesn't even deserve more conversation. We're just going to give it the 1 star.
Just so people won't say I'm nitpicking, at least I will say the one with the giant skewer on that one guy, that would probably work.
Okay. That kill
was so wrong.
That was the kill that when I first turned it on, when I'm flipping through the channels, that's the one that caught my attention. I went, whoa, we gotta watch this, Mike. But I spoke too soon. I hadn't been slapped with a stupid stick yet.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, now, and you're battered by it by the time this movie's over.
For those of you real hardcore nuts, the movie. That scene reminds me of another scene, but happening to a female in the movie, Patrick Still Lives. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. This was a guy. You know,
Englund now dies.
Robert Englund.
Okay.
Oh, I was expecting at the very end of the movie to see a Freddy Krueger glove pop up out of the ground.
If it would have, I still probably wouldn't have even marked out for it, man. They had me so irritated by the end of the movie because this was my pick. I was wanting it to be good, you know, and here we sit.
All right, 1 star from each of us. I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.